Hi, welcome to NicheCraft. My name is Cassie and I'm your host, and today we are going to be making another colorway for the Vice and Virtuo collection. And this time we are going to be making, well, how about you guess? We are going to be using fire red. We are also going to be using some hot fuchsia. And the third color we'll be using is purple. All right, so can you guys guess what it is? Well, something I want to say about the fire red, hot fuchsia, and purple. This is going to sound a lot like those Valentine's Day yarns that I made. Before, though, for the red, I used crimson, okay? So it's a different color. Fire red's a little bit more bright. And I used pink. This time I'm using hot fuchsia, so this is going to be a little bit more bright as well. And before I used violet, but since I'm using purple, it's going to be a little bit more on the pink or red side of purple rather than on the blue or violet side of purple. So just wanted to let you guys know that. So all of that said, I will just go ahead and tell you we are doing Lust today. So I have talked to a lot of different people who say that when they think about the colors for love, they say red. A lot of people say pink, but almost 100% of all of the men that I've talked to say purple for some reason. And you know, really, I wouldn't have thought of that personally, but getting so many men to respond with purple, I think there's something there. I know that purple is associated with both royalty and loyalty. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a colorway that's very hot and fiery for lust, okay? So I'm really excited to do this colorway. I didn't know how to approach it at all, but we're gonna see what happens, okay? So we're gonna start with this fire red, and this is gonna be the most color that I'm gonna be using here, okay? So we are gonna pour this on, and for those of you who saw the crimson, you'll know that this fire red is much darker. Now, I'm not gonna be doing this by thirds. I'm going to be doing most of it as fire red. So let me go ahead and press this in. Now, I don't like that that red is moving a little up, but I'm not going to worry about it because every single time I hand dye yarn, it's going to be doing different things. I will be replicating the measurements though, so I will know how much I added. And I guess now would be a good time to tell you what I'm dyeing right now. So I am dyeing the Superwash Merino, and it's 75% Superwash Merino, 25% nylon. This is a DK weight, and I have found that Merino is a really good base to see really true colors. They come out the way that we want them. Okay, now I'm going to do one kind of a line here of red up here. Okay, again, I'm not going to be worried if it kind of meanders a little bit because, you know, part of the hand dyeing process is that not everything is going to look exactly the same, but I just want to make sure that I get that pigment through so that it is on the other side as well. Okay, so now that I've done that, right here I'm going to add the hot fuchsia. Okay, so this is going to be a very bright pink. Look at how bright that is. Wow, that almost looks like neon to me. So yes, this is a very, very bright pink here. Let's see if we can. Now, if I need more, I can always add more. Okay, wow, look at that. It's gonna be like this pop of neon pink. That's really interesting the way that looks. Okay, and then at the very end, we've got the purple. So we are gonna pour this purple on here at the end. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Oh, look at the way that looks when as it's going down. That looks so interesting. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get all of this purple all the way to the other side. So something that I'm noticing personally And this might actually end up being one where I scratch the first one and I go with a different colorway. So I really like this fire red. And please please excuse my dog. She barks sometimes when we get deliveries, and if she sees anything going on outside, she's all like, oh my gosh. And she wants to talk about it. So yeah, she's a little Cocker Spaniel. So she's a very cute small dog. Just imagine Lady from Lady and the Tramp. But anyway, so what I'm noticing is I really like the way that this purple looks next to this fire red. That fire red is so dark. And then as it goes into this purple, I feel like that looks really, really pretty. So I'm not certain if I'm going to keep the hot pink in the final result. You know, what I could do is I could bring down 2 more hanks, and I could dye those with just the purple. And in fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring down 2 other hanks. We'll dye them with just the purple. And then when I post this video, I'll have you guys vote on which one you want the colorway to be. And whatever wins, we will give the other one to my giveaway winner for my next giveaway. How about that, guys? I think that would be a great idea. This is completely cold. Let me go ahead and tell you about that process. So I've put 2 hanks of this merino nylon blend, 75-25, in 4 cups of water. I added 3 tablespoons of vinegar, and then I added the dye, okay? And I measured out the dye, how many 1% solution it is to water. But I'm not going to say exactly what that is. Apparently, I don't want to share my trade secrets. But anyway, so I've got that going on. I really, really like up here where the red and the purple are blending. Right now, I'm going to turn it up to medium. One thing that can happen if you boil yarn is that you can destroy the fibers. Basically, like if you apply too much heat to your hair, you can damage it. It's kind of like the same thing. You definitely don't want to burn the fibers in here. We just want to heat set it so that that dye can be absorbed completely. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this heat set for about 30 minutes. I'm going to come back and see if the water runs clear. Then I will move on to the washing period where I'll wash it. So I will see you when I have something to report. All right, guys, so here we are back with my original idea for Lust. And as you can see, the color has completely set. We have this really bright hot pink here. And then we have, or it's really called hot fuchsia. And then we have this red here, and then the red here at the bottom, and the purple. And I absolutely love the way that purple transitions into the red. So this was my original concept for Lust, but I think I'm liking this purple and red combination a little bit too much to not experiment with that one. So what I'm going to do is set up another dye so that I can do an experiment and try the red and purple only and see how I like that one versus this one. And I'm going to go ahead and let you guys pick which one you think is the more Lust-like, okay? So I will see you when I start working on the other ones. So hi, and welcome back to part 2 of creating this Lust colorway. Now I don't know if this one's going to be the one that wins or not, but I think that this one's going to win for me and that I'm going to like this one better. So this time we're leaving out hot fuchsia. We are only using fire red and purple. And remember guys, you have seen me use violet before, but this is a different color. It's purple. So it's going to be more on the red of purple, which I said earlier in the video, but just in case you fast forwarded. All right, so first I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to add the red and I'm going to add it down here. One thing that's different is that I'm not wearing my gloves, which I probably should have, but I guess that I'm being rebellious today. We will see if I'm going to have a lesson to learn from this. Then you guys might remember that I had basically like a stripe of red right up here. But instead of putting hot fuchsia in between them, I'm going to be pouring on some purple here, both here and at the very end here. Then I'm going to take this and push that down here so all of that color can spread. And I'm already liking this so much better than the one with the hot fuchsia. So much better. This purple is so deep. This red is so vivid. Probably going to end up adding more of this purple here in the middle. Even though, gosh, I really like the way that looks over there. Can add it by doing this, since it hasn't completely set yet or anything. Haven't turned on the heat. This is all in cold water, but there is some acid in here. Just like before, I do want these to kind of blend a little bit softly. Then this purple here. I know that this red and purple are mixing just a little bit here, but I like that soft blending. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more purple here and a little bit more red right here before I completely finish doing this. Alright guys, so I'm back with a little bit more purple here that I'm going to be adding here in the middle here. Yeah, it looks a lot more pigmented because I used a little bit deeper shade for that, which is what I was going for, and this ends up looking a lot closer to that purple that I was looking for, so I'll be able to take note of that if this is the dye that we end up going with. Here, just gonna go ahead and let that purple touch the areas it's supposed to. Here, this over here. Yeah, and now I'm gonna come back in with more red. I'm gonna get this little spot right here. I didn't get it as much. This will also be a little bit more pigmented, but this red is already so pigmented that it didn't need much help. But I did want to get more pigment up here. I just love the way that this blends. And then I'm going to pour some more down here just in case it didn't get through to the other side as well as I would have liked. And it looks like it got really well through there, but I just want to make sure. Just kind of covering all of my bases here, up here. Just making sure the purple also got down to the other side, or at least has an opportunity to. And then here comes the rest of our red. We are really saturating this here. All down here, making sure it is very lusty, a very lusty red. Which I don't really know what that means, but I'll just pretend like I do. So this is our second contender for Lust. Like I said, I personally like this one a lot better based on the way it looks in the pan, but we will get to compare it at the end of this video. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just run this through the exact same process the other one did. I'm going to wash them both and let them dry, and I will meet you on the table with both of them, and we will talk about which one looks best, and you're going to get to vote on it. All right, guys? See you then. All right, guys, are you ready to see the final result for my Lust colorway? Well, this right here is the result of my original idea. So we have the colorway with both red and purple, but we also have this really bright pink as well. So let me go ahead and take this one apart so you can really see how this colorway works out. So as you can see, we've got the red here on this side, then we've got this really bright pink, and then we've got another red here, and then we've got the purple here at the very end. Now, one thing that I will want to make sure comes out a little bit better next time is I will make sure that the dye does go through the whole skein, you know, because there are some lighter parts here where it didn't go all the way through. But I do think that this is a lovely colorway. So this is the colorway with the pink, and this is what it looks like as it's hanked up, okay? But there's also another colorway, and that is this one here with the purple. So I am going to take this one apart, and we can see what this one looks like. So again, we have that same coloration here with the red here on the bottom, okay? Then we've got that purple right here. We've got another red stripe, and then we've got the purple here. So again, we did not get that color to push through to the other side in the same way as we did with the other one, okay? But I did want to show you that, of course, with it more saturated, because I would want to push it through to the other side anyway. This is what that colorway would look like, and this is what it would look like in a hank. All right, so I personally prefer the purple and the red. I think that this is beautiful. All right, for Lust, rather than sorry, I had some stitch markers here that wanted to get on camera for a little while, rather than this one with the hot pink. However, both of them are good contenders. All right, so which one do you like better for Lust? Do you like the purple and red, or do you like the purple, pink, and red? All right, so make sure that you vote in the comments below whether or not you like it with this hot pink in it, or if you just like the red and the purple together. And whatever you guys decide will go into what you will see actually listed in my Etsy store, okay? So that said, thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I really appreciate it. I love dyeing yarn so much, and I love sharing it with you guys. And I love coming up with these different colorways with the Vice and the Virtue line that I'm creating. And I know that I've done a lot of Vices here in a row, so next time we are going to be working with a Virtue. So I'm really excited about that video coming out next week. And again, whatever you guys decide to vote on, I will put that one in the shop as my next colorway for Lust, okay? And the other one will go in that giveaway that I have going on right now. Don't forget to find that video and watch it so you can enter and win. It's open to the US and Canada, all right, guys? That said, I will see you soon in another video. Bye for now.